Delivering the wow experience at your next service visit is what we're talking about next. In these episodes of Vlogging with Tempo, we're not only trying to improve our industry, but the customer experience. And with this video today, we're really going to talk more about the wow experience. So I've got someone no better to talk about this than our service manager, Mark Fleming. Mark, really appreciate you being here with me today.
Thanks a lot. Super excited to be here.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit, so you've been with us for a little while, but tell me a little bit more about yourself if you can.
Well, I'm originally from Cleveland. I moved here in 2000. Got into the industry around 93. So altogether, working with Tempo, probably about 22 years.
So in that time, I think you have done a magnificent job of really embodying what the wow experience means. And really now that you're our service manager, you're really teaching that to our team. So kind of walk me through a little bit about what that takes. What does it take to deliver a wow experience?
Wow experience is first how we show up, getting the right technician, the expert to the right visit. What it's like when we get to your door, what it's like when we're in your home, and what it's like when we're wrapping up what we've done.
So you kind of really summarized it very well, and I know that training is a big part of that. So start a little bit with training. Tell me what our technicians kind of go through, and how you help them create that roadmap for the customer.
Every week we go through a training, at least 1 hour every single week. They'll be training in-house. They'll be training at manufacturers. There'll be manufacturers coming in for training. Goal is to get everyone to be an expert. But we also take experts in the field, subject matter experts in specific things, and we'll have them cross-train with technicians, develop them, try to get everybody to be a well-rounded technician. We've got everybody from partners that have been out of trade school for a few years and more in like a maintenance role, all the way up to experts that have been in the field for 30 plus years and everything in between.
Yeah. So it sounds to me like training really a core factor of what we do, and really it's expected of every technician, and really not only every technician but every partner at Tempo. It's required to have 40 hours of training. So the training itself to become this subject matter expert or even expert in the industry takes some time.
Yeah, and we blow right by that.
Yeah.
Right. The training in-house right off the bat is over 50 hours a week for every technician. Every manufacturer, to stay on top of everything that comes out, you really have to consistently train all the time. And through our partnerships with our manufacturers that we install, we get great training from them as well.
Yeah, that's a great point, because not only does technology evolve, but the technology with the equipment evolves.
Yep.
We're now working on variable frequency and variable stage output on these compressors.
Yeah, it's the norm almost. It's the ability to efficiently deliver comfort. Yep. It's constantly advancing. Therefore, the training for it has to be constantly advancing as well. So it's never ending. Even if you've been in the field for 30 years, you're an expert on everything today. You're going to have to continuously train. So that's the other cool thing about everybody that we've got in the service department. Everyone's eager to learn. They're thirsty for knowledge, and that's probably what it takes to be part of our team.
So we definitely have the technical expertise covered every week and all the time through in-house training and through vendor training. Tell me a little bit about what we do for soft skills or communication skills. What does that look like for getting our team ready to really be able to communicate? So here's why I'm saying that. Air conditioning is a challenging thing. It's not something that every customer understands. I'm gonna relate it to something non-industry like your automobile. Really, the reality of it is we depend on these things every single day, and when they break down or don't work, we're at a loss.
Well, we're training to our standard, right?
Yeah.
So when we're getting into the home, we want consistent wow experience, and so what that looks like is that you have to set the expectations. You have to practice the expectations so that everyone is coming in consistently. So there's not a huge difference between, as far as your experience goes, from somebody who's been in home services their entire life versus somebody who's maybe only has 5 or 8 years worth of being out in the field and working in home experience. So when we get out there and we're delivering that, wow, one of the great things about having that as that target is that we've got the consistency of living up to that expectation.
Yeah. Really helping shepherd the customer or to make the best decision for them, right?
Yep.
Difficult situation to do at times, just because we all have this anxiety about what's going to happen when a technician shows up. Yeah. But mainly, really the reality of it is how we can show up and deflate some of that.
Yeah.
And then help them along with this.
When you're consistent in that too, right? So what you'll also have, and one of the things that we have that's really great is a lot of our business is developed by referral, right? So when we're in your home, whether it's just through you leaving a 5-star review, or whether it's from you have a friend or coworker or family member who has a problem with their air conditioning, they don't know who to turn to. More often than not, the customers we have are referring us, and then when we come in and we deliver the same wow that we did on the person who recommended us, not only does that make them look great because hey, I gave you the right guy or person, but also, you know, it's that person then will continue to refer us to other people as well.
Yep, exactly, absolutely. So we've talked a little bit about training and getting our team prepared to deliver these expectations. You mentioned one thing, or mentioned the other thing at the very beginning, getting the right tech to the right call. So what does that look like for the customer?
Well, one of the things you'll find when you call into our call center is we'll ask you some questions about what kind of situation you have. If we can identify maybe how old the system is, maybe if we've installed it, we know exactly what kind of piece of equipment you have. So when we can, we'll send our highest expert in what your situation looks like on the surface to that call, and when we're doing that, it's like setting everybody up for success.
Yeah, so essentially the various levels, matching the various levels of equipment need or service need, you're pairing it with the right technician. We've got various technician levels.
A great example is, not everybody knows this, but when you're dealing with different type of homes, different types of buildings, different applications, you may have a piece of equipment that we've got somebody who's just gone through a whole training process to troubleshoot and diagnose that specific one, and we're sending an expert to your house. Not every air conditioner is the same.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So now that we have the tech training, we get the right tech to the job. What does that show up look like? What is the I think you said the at the door experience or setting expectation to the door?
Yeah, when we get you home, we'll arrive on time in the time slot that works for you. You know, we'll find that out first when you call in. What time you're available to, we'll get to you at that time. We'll come to your door. Clean, great uniform, great partner, vetted, and when we get there, we'll let you know how it's going to be as we're going through to be able to present options that will whatever a solution for whatever's identified with what you have. Now, if it's a maintenance, it's a different thing. We'll get in, we'll let you know exactly what we're doing as we're maintaining your piece of equipment. And throughout that course, we'll check in with you, let you know where you're going. One of the things we find that makes a customer more comfortable in their home is when you go and just do the work. It's like you're disappearing, you're out of sight. Yeah. I feel like when I have somebody in my house and they don't touch in with me, that what is going on? Yeah. You know, I might have a little bit of level of anxiety about that. We don't want that. What we want to do is be in there with an experience that's going to leave you very comfortable. And so we'll check in with you, let you know how we're going, let you know what kind of timeline we're looking at while we're working on the things, so you can figure out what to do with the rest of your day once we're done.
Well, and that makes a lot of sense, right? Because you're having someone in your home, and like you mentioned before, having some consistency, whether it's the first time I've seen Mark as a technician or one of our technicians, or it's someone I've visited with for a long time, that experience should be very similar. And the reality of it is really when you're having that level of consistency or that comfort, you know, you're feeling more confident that they're able to hear you.
Yeah.
That they're able to understand if you are experiencing a concurrent challenge, what's going on, and then confident that it'll be resolved in a timely manner.
Yeah, and we're flexible too. So we get in there. If you're busy, if you're working from home, you're on conference calls, just let us know what your time frame looks like. We'll accommodate that. We'll check in with you when we can. We're not going to bug you when you're on a conference call. We'll get to you when you're ready for us. You're the most important person when we walk
Absolutely.
into that home.
So the last thing you kind of mentioned was our wrap up or maybe even show and tell. What does that look like?
Absolutely. When we're done, we'll go through whatever's, if it's convenient and if you're in an area where you can get to it, we'll show you what we did. We're proud of our work. We can take pictures and show it to you if it's an inconvenient place to be or if you don't have the time to come. I recommend sometimes. I had experience when I was in the field. A lot of people like following me around while I was doing stuff. I kind of felt like I was the star of my own show when I did that, like a home improvement show. So I really enjoyed that. But however you want to handle your day while we're working on your home, that's fine. But we'll come in, we'll show you what we've done. And our goal also is, in our workspace that we've done, I've always treated it like I want it to be a cleaner area than when I even showed up. So we'll take care of your home. We'll protect your floors when we're coming in your house, and when we're doing your work, we'll clean up after. We won't leave little pieces of wire lying around or anything like that. And if things need wiped down, we'll give them wiped down, even if it's just for it to look better. That's all.
Amazing. So if you wrap all those things in, and I know that there's a lot more heavy lifting or nuances of that experience that we could talk about. The WOW experience is really what you covered today, and really what our customers would expect to experience with a Tempo team on their side. I really appreciate you talking through it. Love to have you on, whether it relates more to the WOW experience or even anything else.
Awesome.
Maybe something on a technical matter that would really, really provide some insight.
Well, I don't know if people know this about me, but I tend to like to talk.
Yeah,
So,
well, I think that when you do, so the good news is when you do, it's a lot of good information coming out.
Cool.
With the amount of experience you've got, one, we can all learn something from it. So totally appreciate it. So we're wrapping up this segment of the WOW experience and what that looks like. Please comment, please like and share this video. We really appreciate being able to present it to you. And really, Mark, truly appreciate
Awesome,
your time.
man. Yeah.
And again, until next time, folks, keep watching, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.